Give me the headlines presented by Hyundai. We are in the printing press. Not in the printing press. We're standing next to it.
Well, no. If we were in the printing press,
that
would hurt.
It's a
tragedy.
tragedy.
That would really hurt.
It would be an emergency.
Damn, right.
Emergency situation.
I don't think you'd get flattened out going through those damn roller
It'd
things.
be bad.
And then you'd have ink poisoning because you'd have ink all over you.
Well, we do have an injured member of our team.
And then you'd swear.
I would swear again.
I got ink all over
You know who
me.
swore earlier this morning?
Who's that?
Pete, our producer.
Did he?
Yeah, he had an injury in his hand. He might have a broken finger right now.
Oh, I
Did you know that?
That's right. He woke up. The kids woke him up, and he slipped down the stairs like an idiot.
Yes.
Right?
Sorry, Pete. Can we tell the story? Is this okay to tell on the podcast?
Yeah, we already did.
Yeah. And here's the worst part. It was at a friend's house, too.
I know.
Wasn't even in the comfort of his own home.
So you know he woke up the whole house,
yes.
right?
Yeah.
Right?
It did.
And
Pete
then the
confirms
people
it did.
were like literally in bed going, let's never invite them for a sleepover again.
Yeah, it's the last
right?
time. Well,
and then
but people want to go.
Are you okay? Even though you're waking us up.
Yeah.
And they act like they care.
Yeah, and then Pete's finger blows up like a balloon. He's like, no, I'm sure it's
I'm okay.
fine.
I'm good.
There's nothing wrong
He
with it.
thinks he might have really broke his finger, so we'll see.
Pete wouldn't want to go back because the stairs are too dangerous there. Very dangerous stairs. I did tell him, though, he can sue. Like, technically, if he would want to, how good of a friend is he? He probably can sue.
You're a good friend.
All right, so the Bears.
I'm not inviting you to my house.
I'm angry. I'm angry because my Lions look bad again.
You changed this for the whole subject here.
And of all teams to beat on my most hated Bears.
I loved
right?
it. And I picked the Bears to win.
Oh, dang it.
Yes.
All right, so
I did.
28-13, Bears beat my Lions. Your headline is?
Out like a lamb. Out.
You said on Football Night in America, and Maria goes, what are you talking about?
That's how I know I'm getting old, is the youngsters and Maria Taylor and Devin McCourty were like, I don't get it. And I was like, you've never heard of, like, march in like a lion, out like a lamb?
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, no, I haven't. And I was like, oh, my gosh. I feel like I'm talking to my kids here.
Yeah.
I got to, like, explain things to them.
And as you're explaining it, you're like, this does make me look like a nerd, right?
Yeah,
This is not a fun thing to have to explain.
I know. Well, your Lions football team came into the season with a roar and a big mane, and they were biting kneecaps off, and we were going, watch out. Now that mane got shaved off, and, instead of your roar, you just got a little bad. That's all you got. It's not good right now.
It's bad. It was their fewest total yards this season, their fewest points since week 7, and now they have allowed 26 points in 5 straight games. So it was bad all across the board.
All across the board.
Full credit to the Bears.
I'm going to start with the Bears because the Bears 5-8. Eberflus keeping that team on track after some, crazy stuff happening there during their year a little bit. Fired the defensive coordinator, right? Got that issue. There was something else I'm missing too that happened kind of crazily. But either way, for them to kind of stay the course. And what I'll say about the Bears, I know you've heard me say this about the Packers. The Bears, I hope they keep Eberflus and Ryan Poles, because last year they were legitimately not trying to win. They legitimately didn't try to spend money so they could save it for this year and next year's free agency. They traded away things to get picks for next year's draft, right? I just feel like that would be wrong to Eberflus and Ryan Poles to go, hey, you made all these moves for our future because we knew we weren't going to win right now, and we actually didn't want you to spend money, right? But we're going to fire you now, right? That doesn't seem right. And the Bears are good. Like, I would say watch out for the Bears. Eberflus or whatever, watch out for them. If they ended up firing him, which I wouldn't agree with, that's going to be a really coveted job. Think about the Bears, Ahmed. O-line, pretty damn good. Tight end Cole Kmet, pretty damn good. Receivers, Mooney and Moore, pretty damn good. Running backs, Herbert, Rashawn Johnson, whoever else, Deontay Foreman, pretty damn good. Defensive line's good. Pass rush was an issue. They got Montez Sweat, and they got high draft picks coming up, so I'm sure they'll be able to add to that. Linebackers are good. Edwards and Edmonds. Secondary has gotten young talent in it. So, I know your Lions are 9-3. The picture I was trying to paint is that, for me, who's, watching football every week and watching film, I'm going, and why I picked the Bears to the upset, I'm going, they're every bit as talented as the Lions. There's no doubt. They just haven't had the Dan Campbell culture, and things haven't gone right yet, right? Mm-hmm. So, I know everybody's going to look at it and go, whoa, that's a huge upset. And I'm sitting here trying to tell you the Bears are a handful. And then your Lions team is not playing its best ball right now. All the things we've talked about, It's just everybody's caught on to it now. And you're seeing they're man-to-man. Here we go, they're man-to-man. Throw it to DJ Moore. Oh, it's zone? Okay, let's run the ball or just throw something quick. Boom, boom, boom. And then on the other side of the ball, your quarterback's not playing great. right? You're not dominating the line of scrimmage. Maybe early on in the game you were with the run game, but as the game went on, it didn't feel like you could just run at will.
No.
At least maybe I'm wrong.
It's
you
still,
know better.
I think it's still by far the best part of their team right now. It's like Jahmyr Gibbs
it almost
makes
feels
plays.
like they don't do it enough, maybe.
Yeah. I think they get in game scripts now where they're just down early where it makes it difficult.
And then you saw my problem. You know what coverage the Bears play almost all game? Man. They play man as much as anybody in football. And that's where I worry about you guys, and I know I keep saying it, but your ability to separate and make plays like that, let alone Goff's not going to be one that's going to buy time if there is pressure and extend a play and do all of that. So, hey, they're running the ball, the pocket, the play action passes, those are a big thing. Oh, wait, we're covered a little bit. I got to buy time. I don't buy time. I'm not, Allen or Mahomes or one of these other guys. That's not what I do. I'm, fake it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They tell me on rhythm, boom, I hit the ball. I do what you say, coach. I'm not go in the backyard, carry the team guy, right? And that's being asked of him a little much right now. And I think those are all the issues with your Lions football team.
So the Bears are, you see all the graphics right now that all the networks have of playoff teams in the hunt. Basically, every team is on all those graphics right now.
Right.
Because we told you about the AFC and the log jam at 7-6. But in the Bears, what are they, 5-8 right now? But you look at their schedule, they're at Cleveland Browns. That'll be difficult. But then Cardinals, Falcons, Packers. Like the Bears can
teams
win.
they can beat.
They can win any of those games.
Right.
And if they go on a run, who knows what can happen?
They didn't lose your Lions 2 weeks ago before Thanksgiving when they were up, right? I mean, you were sitting here going, holy shit, they're 6-7, right? They're dangerous. And you said it right. Those teams on their schedule right there, none of them are like, oh, yeah, they're definitely going to beat the Bears. I mean, they're going to get in a game with the Browns next week, and it's going to be, 17-17 late in the fourth quarter. I guarantee it. And we're going to see what happens from there. So they're not outmatched by anybody. Cowboys up 30-13. Eagles were driving. And for the second time tonight, an Eagles receiver had the ball punched out. Devontae Smith got it punched out by, that's, that 14, the middle linebacker that plays for them. It was the safety. What the hell is his name? Bell? I'm blanking on his name, but I'm pretty close. But either way, that should close the door. It is Bell. I was right.
All right, so hold that thought.
Okay.
There's one more thing I want. Marquise Bell.
Thank you.
Pete helps us out.
I got too many names in my head.
One more thing I want to give love to the Bears, just to show how good of a person I am.
Yeah,
because I don't want to do this.
No, I know.
But I will do it because they deserve it.
Right.
Ode 12-14 goes damn okay. Justin Fields and DJ Moore. We have to show the dots.
Oh, we
for their
do.
4th and 13 touchdown to DJ Moore.
Yes.
I mean, this is one of those calls. I love this call. You know me. I'm like, go for it. Like, be aggressive.
I know.
You're in the part of the field. What it was like. It was 30. What was it? What was?
Well, they already got stopped on a 4th and 1 when they were controlling the game early. All right, so that was I was a little pissed off about that. They were up 10-0, and they were on the 40-yard line and dead stop.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. It was a bad early start of the day for Chris because there was some 4th downs that teams converted, and like Chris hates nothing more than that. It was just like
turning those games off.
You're getting rewarded for going for it on 3rd down or 4th down. So here's the play if you're watching on YouTube or Peacock right now. Yeah, they were at the 38-yard line.
38-yard line.
Kind of in no man's land.
13, right? Yeah. No man's land. And, ultimately, you guys jumped off sides too, right? Do I believe there was a false
Correct,
start,
and it was a free play.
So it was a free play. And then it adds to what we talk about. It's man-to-man. It's DJ Moore.
Why did they do that?
He beats him off the line of scrimmage. I think they were worried about them throwing something over the middle, for something there. And they tried to play, let's take away the middle from Kmet and maybe Mooney. And they rolled the dice that Justin Fields wouldn't be able to make the throw deep down the field. I think that's probably what they did.
Yeah.
And Fields made it. And that Fields decision, like we talk about, with the rest of the Bears and the head coach and all that, that's going to be interesting too. Because you see a game like today, some of the plays he makes with his legs and a few of the throws, you go, damn, you sure you want to give that away? It's really going to be tough. And I'm not going to lie, I flip-flop with it in certain weeks. The Vikings game they pulled out last week, I was kind of like, man, I don't know if you can keep going this. He didn't see the field well. He missed throws during the game. Today I watch it, and I go, shit, you got your quarterback, Bears. You're okay, right? But, yeah, great showing by the Bears. Really big win. And you're right. That was the play of the day right there that kind of put the dagger in your Lions.
That quarterback conversation will be fascinating, and we'll have that as the
really
draft comes because they're going to have 2 high draft picks or maybe just 1 high draft pick if they keep winning like this. They got that Carolina pick, which will be probably number 1.
Yeah, probably
looking like it's number
1.
1. Our other headline is for the Broncos defeating the Chargers 24-7. The final score. Your headline on that game is?
Stick to their stomachs. You get it? Easton Stick, backup quarterback. got their butts whipped by the Broncos, so their stomachs are a little upset.
And we're stick to our stomach because we do have the Chargers on our exclusive Peacock game for $5.99 a month. Best deal in streaming.
Jeez.
I don't know that Easton Stick is the draw that Justin Herbert would have been for that game, but the Chargers are looking like not much of a draw at all right now. But the Broncos, another solid win. And Pete asked you before we started the pod, what jumped out to you about the Broncos? And I had to think about that too. And Pete didn't know what you were going to say. What do you say?
Well, I think the thing that I look at is the Broncos, the defense is stingy as hell, right? Major credit to Vance Joseph. I mean, they're one of the best defenses in football the last 5 or 6 weeks in the game. I mean, they make no mistakes. Their coverages are sound as hell. They have a pass rush. They got really good secondary players, and they got pretty good linebackers. So there's nothing bad there. But to me, it's a little bit of just like, hey, let's not turn the ball over. Let's just hang around. Let's run the ball. Let's play sound football. And Russell, in a few big moments, you'll make a few splash plays, right? I said that, and Pete said, "Oh, so you're basically it sounds like Russell was Seattle Seahawks." And I said, "Yeah, exactly right. That's kind of what they did.
Yeah.
Play defense, run the ball. Hey, be conservative. Hey, Russell, don't turn it over. Don't do anything like that." And then you'll have your moment where I'll start to tell you as Sean Payton, the head coach, hey, we got this down the field. Ooh, start looking for Cortland. He's matched up against this guy. And that's kind of how it works for them. But defense makes a few plays, gets a tip pass interception, short field touchdown that way, right? Russell gets Cortland Sutton on a deep pass down the field and man coverage, which was a unbelievable one-handed catch. Did you see that? Sutton held off the guy with one arm and then caught it with his right arm in the back of the end zone really easily. But really, hey, ultimately, the Broncos played well, and I felt like they played once Justin Herbert went out, they went, wait, we're going to win this game. So if we have to be a little more conservative on the offensive side of the ball, so be it. We're not going to let Khalil Mack or somebody, get a strip sack, and all of a sudden the Chargers are back in this one.
Plug and Play 16. What up, Unbuttoned crew? What up, Plug and Play 16?
What up, plug and Play?
Damn okay. Cortland Sutton, another week, another insane contested catch.
Right.
One game back of the Chiefs. Who would have thought it? Go Broncos. And so now Russell Wilson with a touchdown pass in this one. He is the first Denver Broncos quarterback since Peyton Manning, and he was pretty good, in 2013, with a touchdown pass in each of the first 13 games of a season.
Right.
Sean Payton's got him going again. He has 23 touchdown passes. He has 8 interceptions on the year. But, I don't think we specifically said what the injury was to Justin Herbert. It's a fractured right index finger.
Is it fractured? I don't
in
think I ever
quarter.
heard the official thing. I figured he
it's
broke
a fracture.
his finger.
So they're going to have some tests done. MRI. I mean,
that's going to be hard.
They're 5-8 right now.
Yeah.
It's on his throwing hand. Not many weeks left. That might be it on the year for Justin Herbert. We don't know yet, but it could be. And that also might be it for Brandon Staley.
Yeah, I think it's all coming to an end. I don't think there's any doubt that Brandon Staley's in big trouble, and never proud to talk about a guy losing a job or anything like that, but that's just the world we're in here. And I think, after you look at Ron Rivera, it kind of feels like the writing's on the wall with the way the team is going, the season's going, the trajectory they're on. There's issues, and then, of course, he's a defensive coach. Their defense hasn't been good. They mess up situations. They get a short field interception to start the game and go for it on 4th and 3 and don't get it and come away with no points. You're the Chargers. You just stole a possession. Get some points and go up 3-0. If your team was great and all that, that's great. But, here you are. The team you're playing is kind of good. They want the game ugly. Nobody's been scoring points on the Broncos, right? Russell's been smart in every game except last week against Houston and Stroud in the 4th quarter, right? Just take the 3. Start it that way. I didn't agree with that. I thought that was an issue there. The rest of the 4th downs were pretty good for everybody else today, like you like to make fun of me. But that one bothered me. The Broncos know who they are, and I think I look at their game plan every week and go, they played it the right way for who they are as a football team. And to our man, Plug and Play, Sutton's a number 1. He's a superstar receiver. He had a bad knee injury that set him back for about a year and a half, really. And I feel like this year is the first year we've seen him back to the guy he used to be, where if you're one-on-one with him, he can run by you, and even if he's covered, you throw it up to him either way. Good to see. And Jerry Jeudy dropped a few balls today that should have been caught. It was not a good day for him.
Denver, despite those drops by Jerry Jeudy, have won 6 of their last 7 games. Do want to note Keenan Allen in this game had 6 catches. He has 108 receptions this season now.
Yeah.
He has already set the Chargers franchise record.
Yeah, he's all they got right now. Austin Eckler not playing good, right? So he's their guy. And they got a young receiver in Quentin Johnson who's still finding his way. So they feature almost every drop back pass play is like Keenan Allen's the first read. Hopefully he gets open, and if he's not open, I don't know what's going to happen. We'll see where it goes from there.
In 2 weeks, $5.99 to watch Keenan Allen extend his lead in the Chargers reception record on
Herbert
Peacock.
is a tough SOB who's like a robot, big and strong. He's going to try to throw with this broken finger. He's going to try. Now, whether he can do it, and it's an index, you said, right?
Yeah, index finger.
The index, just for everybody out there, I would say if you made me pick a finger to throw with that's broken, I would probably go with the index. It's the least pressure on the ball altogether. My index finger, my pointer finger, is really just there on the ball. Now, where it's going to hurt is when you let it go, and that happens, right? That's what's going to hurt, and your hand flops and your fingers flop. That's when he's going to go, oh, my gosh, my finger feels like it's broken. And we're going to go, yeah, it is broken, actually. But, a shame for him. Sorry, Chargers. Way to go, Broncos.
We are bearing the lead, though, too. The Chargers are playing Josh Allen and the Bills. So he's worth
So they're
he's
good.
worth
So
the
we'll just put
$5.99
Josh
right
Allen on
there.
the Peacock thing,
It's fine.
and we will leave it at that.
It's all working
Who
out.
cares who else is out there?
That was Give Me the Headlines, presented by Hyundai.
Yo, what up, homies? Thanks for watching. Remember, subscribe to Chris Simms Unbuttoned. Right now, we got Sunday Pod, right? So you can have it Monday morning. We recap all the action. Wednesday, it's the What the Happened podcast. We're going to get deep in the weeds on the key matchups of the week. And then Thursday, I'm picking games with that jerk Floria. So you know where to find us, homies. Keep watching. Peace out. We'll see you.